Hello, I'm Akari Shiro, and welcome to my channel. This is a channel update. With me is Genshi and Sakyosha.
Heyo.
Hello.
So, it's been about 4 months since we last played Divinity Original Sin. And my channel has not been updated since then. There are several episodes that I have not edited, and so there's a huge backlog. But we're getting back into the game, or at least going to try to, and I have no idea when I'm going to get out more episodes. But it's like, partly I think I got really burnt out on editing so many episodes. They're so long and it takes a lot of time, and it's not like my channel gets a lot of views. So it's like the want or obligation or whatever, it just kind of isn't really there. So there's
It's been like 200 hours or so just in this game. I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah, and I think we're at this point we're pretty far into Act 3. And I think the videos on the channel are still on Act 2. Near
Wow.
the end of Act 2 or something.
Are we that far behind there?
Yes. There's so much that I have to edit. There's literally like about 50 videos or so.
Oof.
Yeah, so, and like each one is at least an hour long. And it's a lot of work to manage this little channel that, you know, no one is really watching. And it's like, I can't monetize them either because of YouTube's new rules. And so, like, even if I wanted to, I can't even make money off them.
I know your pain, by the way.
And so it is a lot of work for basically no reward. And, like, I know some of them have gotten some views, but, like, no one comments or anything like that. And so I don't know if, like, anyone's really that interested. And it's like, back when I was doing Guild Wars 2 videos, I did have some viewership and some people commenting and whatnot, and that was like really fun. But those videos were like really easy to do, they're easy to produce, and easy to edit. Whereas Divinity's kind of a different sort of game. It's, you know, very RPG heavy, lots of dialogue, and so I accepted that I wanted like hour-long videos because it felt right. Whereas if we were to do, you know, a more action-centric game or something, they'd probably be like 30 minutes or something. Like when I was doing my Assassin's Creed videos and Watch Dogs and whatnot, they were usually around the 30-minute mark, or at least I tried to make them around there. But that felt right for that series. But anyways, I'll try and get into editing again and get videos out. So this is just a channel update. So stay tuned, I guess. If anyone's here.
I mean, we'll have to make an executive decision if we feel it is validated to continue making video for the last part of this.
Well, it's like I hate to just keep playing and then not record that because, you know, part of me, we're somewhat the same in being a completionist. It's like I feel weird like continuing or beating the game without recording the end or something. That just feels weird to me. And so now it feels like I do feel obligated to record our playing and to get through the game, and I do want to get through it eventually, but it's like I feel like I can't really just not record those now.
then the future, Star Citizen on the horizon, and any number of other games we might record.
Yeah, I think Star Citizen will probably be something easier because it's more of a probably just the randomness. There's no, set direction for that sort of game.
And I feel Star Citizen will probably be, not limited to, but probably more about fleet operations that we do and video recording as far as that's concerned.
Sure.
Yeah, and I'll see how that all goes when that eventually happens. And the only reason we haven't even recorded any recently is because it's just not at the optimization to have a decent recording, because the FPS isn't that great at the moment. It just needs to be better optimized to be able to play the game and record it at the same time.
Here's fingers crossed for 3.3.
Yeah. So when it gets to that point, I will be comfortable recording, even if it's alpha or beta or whatever, as long as the optimization is there and recording is somewhat decent. Unless I just, I know there's some people that do record some of it that just have monster machines, but my machine's pretty decent, but it's not, huge, super expensive recording machine or something.
And there's been some talk here and there about possibly doing some sort of gaming-related podcast or some other such projects.
Yeah, and I've actually talked about that on my channel before, where a podcast is something I've really wanted to do for several years now. It's just getting the people and a time down to be able to do that, and not just, let's do a podcast today or something. It needs to be a set schedule.
Content is important as well.
Well, that I'm not really worried about, because I can always pull news every week. Or if it's a monthly thing or something. That's actually the easy part.
All right.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens in that regard. And I still don't know, whatever future games, if something like Red Dead Redemption does come out for the PC, and I have a pretty good feeling it will, that'll probably be something I end up recording, just so I don't miss that boat. Where I kind of feel like I missed a lot of that with Grand Theft Auto, even though Sakyosha has recorded quite a bit of that, and he has his own series on that. Maybe I'll plug that up on the video, right here, right now. You can watch those. They're pretty entertaining.
I do admit that falling out of the sky at the end of that last one had me on the floor.
Yeah, we do more than just playthroughs. There can be compilations, and we are a pretty fun group when we have a good fun game.
Yeah, and there's tons of games that I'm playing. I'm just not recording most of them, or any of them really.
God, can you imagine any playthrough involving Stellaris?
Yeah, that would be really boring. It's that's the thing, it's a lot of the games that I do play just would probably be really boring to record. But, there are games in the future that I do feel compelled to record. My first major playthrough was Assassin's Creed Black Flag. And I kind of fell out a lot of the Assassin's Creed games after that one. It's none of them really grasped me. And then I never finished Watch Dogs on the channel. It's something I kind of thought about going back to. Watch Dogs 2 had no interest. The new Assassin's Creed, the one with the Odyssey, I think it's called, I am kind of interested in that one, so we'll see what happens then.
There's any number of games that we could try out for other people. You know, we on open betas that are okay with reviews or anything like that.
And I will admit that some of our antics in Wildlands have been fairly amusing.
Yeah, that one... It's like, I decide just not to record some of those when we start, and then after we've gotten in so far, it feels like, well, I kind of feel like I missed the boat on that, and I don't feel like starting now, because I feel like it's too late or something. So that's why I kind of, like, if I'm going to record something, I want it to be from the start, have those real initial reactions things. So that's why, like, if we get into, if there's a PC for Red Dead, for example, you know, that's something that if I want to record, I should do it from the very beginning. And it's like something I don't want to miss. I remember I kind of did that a little bit when Division started, and it just kind of got to this point where it's like, this feels really repetitive and probably boring to watch, and I just decided not to put out those videos. We've been playing a lot of For Honor lately, but it's mostly against, like, bots, so it's like, no one's gonna want to watch people play against bots.
Although Saki falling on my head as the fat man was pretty funny.
It was pretty amazing.
So, yeah, we'll see where the channel goes from here, but that's what's going on lately, and if there seems to be long periods of time with no videos, it's probably because I'm just not in the mood to edit videos and to do all that. But any kind of, like, comments or, you know, feedback or something probably would encourage me more, but we'll see. Anyways.
But only real comments, not none of those pity comments or likes or that.
Well, it's like, speaking of, like, some comments, it's like, there's one where it's like, oh, this sucks, or something. And I'm like, well, that's not really feedback. It's like, tell me why. It's like, what do you want changed, or how to improve, you know, what's constructive criticism is the word. It's like, just saying, like, something is bad or whatever, or something is good even, it's like, okay,
Son,
thanks.
that's an opinion. And opinions are like assholes. You fuck them.
I'm Barack Obama, and I approve this message.
But, yeah, so we'll end that little bit of news here. Thank you for watching. And, yeah.
Tune in next time. Maybe.